Good, I can see the time. Everything's moving. I'm not muted, which I know for a fact. And sitting down. Control that T. Yo, what up? I should have changed the title. I'll do it on the YouTube version or whatever. So, camera's over here. So, what is it? I didn't really realize how off guard I am for this. So, organizing thoughts again. So to celebrate the release of Gundam Seed Freedom, which is probably in a few hours, if not like later this week, in Japan at least, which I believe is the 20th anniversary of Seed Destiny, or Gundam Seed, which I don't know why they're always late for these anniversaries. So I did the Seed Saga on the channel previously. I didn't title it that, but that's what it was. I built a bunch of Gundam Seed kits. This is unfortunately the only kit I have left, and I've been caught off on guard because I was like, I'm so excited for the movie. I didn't think to, do a YouTube channel thing planning around it. So what I have for you today is super special. If you can believe it, for the first time in a while, I have nothing prepped. So we're going to be building from scratch. It's probably going to be about maybe 4 hours or something. I hope it doesn't go too far over it. And if you may have noticed, this box is a little bigger than it should be because this is a little grunt kit. It's not very complicated, so hopefully it's 2 hours even with the cutting and stuff. And I'm not going to be too finicky with it because, I want to get this done. And I especially want to get this done. This is a premium Bandai weapon expansion set. And this is cool, but you all know I bought it for this. Because this is the Nuclear Striker Pack, which fires nukes. Which, if you know Gundam Seed, that's a very big deal. Because, half the plot revolves around nuclear technology. It's super plot critical. And it's very cool to actually, have this. Nukes are bad, but, I have a visual representation of that, finally, which, it's kind of cool. It's having a little toy tank or something, It's like one of those things for the collection. So, I got a lot of stuff to get done, because these are all from scratch. I didn't think to prep anything. I've been prepping a bunch of other kits. This wasn't even supposed to be in the queue for, another, month or so. But, yeah, that's what we're doing today. Got some free time, decided to sticker up the box a little bit. Yeah, just cool stuff I got from Canadian Gundam, USA Gundam Store, places I've shopped from that sold, or used to give out stickers. Canadian Gundam, not so much anymore, because of legal reasons I'm not privy to. So, opening up the cool box. I always forget to lower the handle here. So, even though I got the cool box thing, we're just trusty old tool bag. But yeah, bunch of stuff in here. I haven't really changed the order of anything, so no reason to really show off or talk about that. Because we're building from scratch, I got garbage over here on the side. I'm going to be constantly pivoting to and from it. So, just letting you know that's what's going on over here in this corner. And yeah. Without further ado, let's get into this. I also have a pair of scissors, because, you could forcibly tear into the plastic bags, but if you're like me, when you build your kits from scratch, you would use the plastic bag to hold on to stickers and stuff. So, that's how that all usually is. At some point, and now I can no longer see the timer. If I hit F11, I still can't see the timer. I don't know what it is. Ever since that update, man. Okay, I can see the time now. So it's been 4 minutes. Great. It's going to be a lot more minutes before we're done. Oh, alright. I wanted to have random talking points, just to fill in the time. I don't think I'll be turning this into a speed build from scratch, but, I think that would be cool to do if I could. So, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take everything out of the box. I don't have a runner track, but I could just organize these alphabetically. It's a grunt kit, like I mentioned before, so not too many parts here. Ooh! Oh, did I take this out and put it into this box? I don't remember, because I don't think this existed at the time of this kit's initial release. Oh, that's funny that I did that. It's a very simple kit. We got, let's see here, 10 steps. Super simple. All right. They say it's 10 steps, but it's like 10 sections of steps. 10 step. It's like, I wonder what the average number per step is. Yeah. I got all this junk on this side that's not mine, that usually belongs here, because my stuff doesn't belong on the nice fancy table and all the other shelves behind me. I only get 2 shelves, plus whatever crap I can fit in my room. So yeah, space is always limited and tough to work around with. I'm not really going to be doing too much up here. I could put this sideways. Anyways. You can see how poorly thought out this is. I've been spending most of my time with Seed Freedom trying to like get tickets and find out what the Canadian release date would be. And I so far have no information. If it's like a month from now and you know anything, you know, feel free to put it in the comments. I'd love to see that movie in theaters, even if it's, you know, probably still going to be sub only. Do I not have a polycap runner? Oh, interesting. I guess we're going to be getting polycaps from like a C. Oh, there they are. They fell over here to the side. Cool. But yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm sure you've all heard it time and time again. You got an earful of it. But the Gundam Seed kits or Gundam Seed mobile suits are just so much fun. Even like the grunt suits, like the Dagger series, the Slaughter Dagger, the Strike Dagger, which, did that come out? I think that was unfortunately P-Bandai exclusive. The L Dagger we're building today. And technically the Wyndham counts as a Dagger successor or something. I don't know. Even the grunt suits are cool, I tell you what. Although most grunt suits are cool. You know what's funny is when I pulled this, it was right next to my my GM Commander, which I'm like, did I do that on purpose? Put 2 grunt suits next to each other? Because they'd be about the same time in the queue, and they would be very simple. I can't remember how I organized everything ever. So one cool thing I started doing, look at the manual here. So there is an A runner, a B runner. How many Bs do we have? A1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, technically. Yep, that's the A runner with multicolors, as per usual. Cool. B2, B1. Should have brought my runner in dock. I think I'll have time for that. But yeah, all this poorly well thought out, because of course it's not, you know, completely scratch. I could have decided to not do this. And, you know, generally a bad idea, but I've had worse. And come to think of it, I don't need to keep the box open, because I'm just going to, like, rest the tools on top here or something. That could work out. And then we'll keep things here, where they are prone to possibly falling over. I'm used to dropping parts, but could you imagine I drop an entire freaking runner? That's probably going to happen at least once today. So, we're all good with that. And, hey, sorry for bothering you. I just wanted to... Getting a lot of those lately. Just keep the mouse over here. Scroll up here. Do. Yeah, run your ads over here. Yeah, sure. So let's see here. Doing the legs first as per usual. So first we can start off with... That's weird. It shows the toe already being built at the top. Yeah, it does that. A6, B2, B1. Okay, cool. So we got 2 A6s, I would imagine. That's upside down. 7 A6, and of course the bottom of the foot. Oh, okay. A7, and then the polycap, and then 6. Pretty normal. If you're like me, you like to twist out your parts sometimes. A little bit of leverage, you know, for like simple things like that. I'm not gonna be too... I probably just do the 2-step method and not bother cutting anything with the hobby knife, because I want this to be done, and I'm gonna probably clean it up later during my spare time. which will probably just be immediately after the video. But yeah. PC. Polycaps are always fun to just twist out. So PC, 7. 7. Can't remember the last time I ever actually had to. Well, some of the polycaps are pretty tight, and you would want to cut them, but you don't have to. The polycaps are usually just good to twist. Here's something that's always fun to do. There we go. That's how much of this runner is still the same. I always love doing that. That little overlay. So it's a great way to tell where you are in the build too if you forget. 21. I can just cut it from the back. Twist this part out. Great. Do the same to you, and we'll skip ahead a little bit with our eyes. So we know, because usually I try to go like section by section. B2, B2 4, B2 8, so B2 4 and B2 8. And this is how I usually get mixed up with like the left piece, right piece. Sometimes that does matter, but it shouldn't for a simple kit like this. So B2 4. I can already tell just by looking. These are gonna be the legs. So I can't twist this one out because it's not at a angle where I'm comfortable doing that, except for like the last piece I could twist that at. And usually I end up being a little rough with the nippers, so they kind of get knocked out anyways. Depending on how tight the connection is, which is really hard to tell, I would usually recommend holding onto the piece as you cut it out, because sometimes they do fly across the galaxy and end up in a different franchise. Yeah. That is super rare. I would say like maybe 1 in 100, or maybe like 1 in 50 pieces I cut out, or like, oh, the super tight connection, and then I cut them the wrong way, so they end up flying off the runner. Kind of annoying, but you know, all part of having a nice workspace. These are going to be skirts, so I can already tell that's the front of the knee, so we're thinking a little too far ahead. And then for the A18, A32. Oh, the back thrusters are a single piece. That's cool. Let me go some random nubs. What I usually do is I peep the nub pieces in here, and then I just pour them out into a bucket like I have over here, or cardboard box. It's a great way to try and stay tidy. Although, if you're using these crappy Amazon boxes, which always get beaten up in shipping, you'll find that there are holes all over it, and I'm covering them up with tape. It's just so ridiculous of a thing. It's like, I got this box and I got this tape I need to seal it up with, even though, you know, you think they'd handle with more care. A23. I can't seem to see it. It should be somewhere like here. Oh, there it is. Got a nice dark smoky gray. Cool. This connection, it depends on how you feel. I kind of just, sometimes I just teeter it out. It's always nice when you have two parts so you can sort of see how the first one comes out, and if it's worth it to like twist it out for the second one. So that's a lot in 1 second. So let's get back to where we originally were. It's easy to get so far ahead of yourself when like the 1 step section is like 4 steps. And it makes you cut out like 5-10 pieces. Yeah, not gonna be too worried about this. Yeah. It is a simple grunt suit after all. Did I not twist out a second one? Because I can't see where it is. Here it is. Could build like a rubber barrier or something. And this. It's a neat little foot. Ooh, that's a really tight connection. Give that. I don't know. I usually wouldn't do a second snip like this. I would hit it with the knife. Because like you're still gonna end up with a nub mark here. Pretty thick one too. And I don't want it to cut into the piece unless it just flows in perfectly. Okay, yeah. But yeah, normally I would cut that. Haven't had a need for sanding, you know? Haven't had to use sandpaper for anything in a long time. Because my hobby knife cuts are pretty clean. Either that or I'm just blind to the quality of things. I don't know. I'm not so picky because, you know, you tend to view your kits from far away. I mean, you always want them to look nice, but, you know. Yeah, that one came off insanely clean compared to the first one. I think because I had the confidence to cut close. So you usually want to cut flat. But, you know, sometimes it's on an angle. Awkward angle. And then, oh, I missed every other letter. Lol. There's only one other letter, so that's C26. Ooh, internal. Very cool. I always like it when the C runner. Well, yeah, that's what the C runner usually ends up being, is all the internal parts. I think it's the same for a master grade too, or like C and D. Depends on how much you need to build up. And yep, just spin that one out. Oh. Where'd that guy end up? Right behind me? Okay. Oh no, my shoe. I need like a trash can elevator or something underneath me, so I don't have to get up every time. Man, I've been super busy with my personal life stuff. I actually went out a few minutes ago. It feels like a few minutes ago, maybe half an hour ago. I just returned from being outside. I got the sniffles. Trying not to do that so much. Okay, so let's take a leg. Not sure if this is backwards or forwards. Oh no, it would be forwards because the leg armor from over there is coming in later. So that's a thruster, polycap, seat. There it is, C8. It's hard to see because everything's like the same color over there. Ooh, all the 8s. All the 8s, huh? That's fun. Yeah, 8 always gives me problems. Yeah, this is the one that's the hardest to twist at. This would be better flat instead of leaning up against. So I wanted this for here. That's gonna go feed into there. Everything's going very well, I'd say. That should probably go the other way, right? Oh, it goes at the bottom, connects into the foot. Okay. Give this a second pass here. It's really thick. The wrong way. That's not the right one. Good thing I checked. It would be this one. Come together like that. So before I put them together, another PC8 at the top here. Okay. And that thruster that I complimented the kit on. That's cool. It's going to have some little bit of wiggle room so it'll move. Okay, cool. That's how you build a leg for this guy. Oh. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, usually make this mistake every now and then. Nope, there's that nub mark. It's usually why you want to cut these. That'll actually be pretty easy to clean up later. I like that thruster movement. That's very cool. A lot of older high grades don't even have half as much detail. For the feet. The feet are always sacred. I don't know if this is going to be... Yeah, it's universal. Because we cut out both the 23s at the same time, right? Slow down. Oh. See, I went down to pick up one leg and I came back with two. How you like that? They say I went down with one leg or one leg. Should have been 4. Yeah, 4. 4-1. Do. Since I was already... Yeah, a grunt kit like this is the only way I could be pulling this off. Otherwise, I'd be like building nothing this week for the release. So I'm really glad I happened to have a grunt kit on hand. Because, man, when I did that Seed Saga, like, when I did it, I'm like, man, ain't gonna be nothing worth celebrating for another 5 or so years. And, like, you know, whatever. I'm sure I've said it before, and you've probably heard it before somewhere. But it's so hilarious that it's been like 20 years, and we're finally getting... Like, nobody really expected it, because the story was pretty definitively over. But it's been 20 years, and we're getting new content for Gundam Seed. And canonically, it's 2 years later. So it's like we waited 2 decades for 2 years worth of story progression. It's just funny to say and think of that. Oh, man. Could you imagine knowing that ahead of time and being like, in 20 years? Apparently, which is a cool piece of information I just happened to retain, is that this has actually been planned for a long time, I think internally. Not sure if like other people knew about it, because I didn't know about it. But internally, they've been trying to make this script because, like I said, Seed Freedom is a movie. Usually it'd be like a series or something, but, you know, it's going to be a movie. So they've gone through a lot of drafts and iterations, so, like, this isn't, like, something completely, like, brand new out of the blue. They've been trying to do this for years, and it's only now getting off the ground, which is kind of cool. It's nice to know that, like, you know, they've been thinking of and wanting to do this for so many years. And they finally have something, you know, quality enough that they're proud of. You know, I'm always happy when people take their time to release their products, as opposed to, like, your yearly release Call of Duties or whatever. It's like, it's gotta be a new one every year. Even with the 3-year development cycles they used to go through, which I have no idea what's going on with that now, because I don't really care to know either. Used to have that 3-year development cycle for those Call of Duty games. So even though, like, you'd get one every year, it took 3 years to make that game, which that feels a little disingenuous with hindsight. Like, it didn't really change much. It really didn't take 3 years. You just worked on it for 3 years. You know, that idea of Just because you worked on it that long doesn't mean you were like cleaning it up or whatever. It's just that it took that long to get done. Time is not always a reference for quality, is what I mean to say. Yeah. Here's hoping Seed Freedom is much the other. Y'all think my building methods are super cringe? I'd like to remind you that there are people who start off with, and probably still to this day, cut out their kits using their toenail clippers. No. Not per se, but you know, nail clippers and stuff. That's where a lot of people tend to start off, which is kind of weird. Oh. 17, 19, 2. I hate it when it's not like linear. Like, here's 16. It's 15. Okay, cool. It's not always linear where the pieces are placed. It's kind of annoying. Like, it'll be like 16 over here. Actually, no, yeah, that is weird. Because, like, it's 15 here, and then you would think to go across. And then you end up here. Never mind what I'm trying to say. Just wrong. I'm thinking of something. I'm trying to explain something with a wrong example. But, like, yeah. Sometimes it's not, like, linearly placed. It's, like, it'll be, like, right underneath it instead of across from it on a fresh rack or whatever. So that was... And I needed a 2, right? 2. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but like, there's a build method. I always try to do it, but then I just give up halfway through, which is the I don't really, and because of the way I'm like pre-prepping kits now, it wouldn't really work for me anyways. But notable streamer Zach Aurelius, he does like the he says his method is like the the A to Z method, where he'll just like look at the manual. He'll be like, okay, here's the everything from A. Cut it all out into like, for me it would be individual bags. For him it's like individual, like here's the head compartment and other compartments. He'd just go through the whole runner like one by one. Doesn't really work for me because I like to like pre-assemble some of the tiny parts. Like for example, there's this red piece here that goes into the chest. I would pre-attach it because otherwise I pour it out of the bag and it's just random extra stuff. Like like if it's 2 pieces that are going to be sandwiched, I would like pre-sandwich them, not fully, because I also like to do the polycap fresh off the runner because it's usually easy to cut out. So I'd like have them half sandwiched together so like you could easily separate them. And like other similar things, like I pre-assemble the head because like it's just so many tiny parts. And you know, almost every single head assemblies are the same. Some are a bit more like unique, but it's not like a huge thing. Another example would be this. I would have this in here to go before the live stream, usually, because it's not going anywhere else. It's not doing anything super fantastic. You need to see live on stream to believe it, you know. That doesn't actually go in very far, and it's surprising. It has that nice little popping sort of layering effect. It's like 1 millimeter deep or something. Ooh, did not put that on properly. Should have came from here, from forward instead of down. Oh, it's still not going in. There you go. I had to bend that. Huh. It should be pretty tight. You can probably glue it if you feel you need to. I don't really think so. But I am thinking about it. Oh, that one went in way deeper. This one must be something blocking it or whatever. What were we about to build just a second ago? I think it's the other half of the leg connecting into the skirt, I would guess. But I just totally forgot. Yeah. Get those knees. We can already put this together, actually. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, wow. That's great. Do-do-do-do-do. Does that look like on camera? That's cool. That's what we like to see. Yeah. So usually when I go on like a building spree, I'll have my runner dock set up, which is just like, you know, a device to hold on to these runners. There are many kinds. There's even I think Bandai started selling the new like paper runner, not paper, like cardboard. Basically paper in my mind though. Did I misspeak? No, I spoke the truth. Just a piece of paper. Which, I mean, it did originally, or at least one of them came with your kit, which it would be kind of cool if they started prepackaging that, because, you know, having a runner is such a great, like, space saver. Like, I kind of regret not at least setting that up, because that probably would have been worth it, to bring out my runner dock. If it could save me even 2 minutes, it would have been worth it. I'll tell you what. Because, well, it was not just saving you time, it's saving space. That's the main thing. The cool thing I like to do with the runner dock, since we're talking about it, is like, depending on like if I'm doing a bunch of kits in a row or just like a couple, I'll look at the manual first and I'll be like, okay, I can give myself this much space. Because the runner dock I have, it has like manual slides. So, like, I could set them to be, like, wherever I want them to be and have a little bit of leg room. Like, you know, when you stick your hand in, like a crevasse, it's usually pretty tight. So I can adjust the amount of spacing I have, you know, hand room, wiggle room. Which is really cool. I can give myself as much as I need and, you know, sort of help to maximize and minimize the space. That's going in... Okay, here. In the manual, it looks like it's way tighter than it appears to be. So this is the bend. The bend is here. And this is the front piece, I'm guessing? No, it's the back piece, as it has like only one connecting part. Okay. So that's probably the wrong side. Left side, right side. I don't think these would be built the same, would they? Because this is going to be like left foot, right foot. Based on its design. So if it's the wrong one, they shouldn't go together. But sometimes they do. Oh, look at that. I wish I did the before and after. I don't think to do these things because they're just second nature to me. But like, it's always nice when like you do like the 2-step or like a 3-step thing. And it just comes out so clean. Nice. Usually we do want to put a polycap in there, but we didn't have to for this kit because it's one of them fancy newer kits. You know, not sure where we are in the line actually. This is probably one of the newer kits I've built on the stream. Is it molded to only fit the one way? Oh. Considering how easy that was, it's probably molded left foot, right foot. Huh. Okay. This one's not perfect either. There we go. Oh, well, something blocking me. I'm not getting that good sandwich effect. Yeah. This is why we have these. Get that in straight. Straight. It's not supposed to twist it, but sometimes you gotta twist it. There you go. What is wrong with you? Is it the bend, I guess? Or it's not straight. Huh. Just gonna try and copy what I did with the first one. Oh, there's something on the... That's super weird. Yeah, there was something on the peg there. Wasn't sandwiching correctly, probably because of that. And there's just the tiniest nub, which, you know, at this point, you might as well assume it's the culprit. Sometimes these nubs, the tiniest ones, it's like a millimeter, or like a whole, like a quarter inch of difference or something. I'm not gonna argue. Just gonna fix what I think the problem is and hope it works. Seems to have worked already. So with that one, that's still not perfect. Yes, the other one is. That one's not as good a fit. It happens sometimes. I hope I don't need this again. But, you know, the nature of things. So what have we done so far? We've done 6, 7. Oh, 7 goes from here to here. You see what I'm saying about these steps not really being steps? But, like, yeah, that's a step. So we've done 2 steps. Well, no, that's not even... Because 7 goes from freaking here to here. That's like a bar and a half. The heck, man? Put this here. Okay. I'd say I've earned one of these. That's kind of cute. You can see the feet. Or the legs, not the feet. Not the feet! I think I've made surprisingly good progress. Although I am probably going to have to, do it all over again because of the nubs. So technically, we did 6, 7, 8. Yep, at 9. Because, they like to tell you how to do the left leg, right leg, like they're going to be built different. Should have been at times 2, honestly. Alright, so we're on step 9. Going, backwards around. Because I like to... We're technically not on step 9. Technically, we're on step 3. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I did just finish eating very recently, too. Did I finish that? Oh, I hate like 20 minutes later, like, did I finish that story I started? So, what it is, I just went out. I just went out. The start of the stream, got food, got the sniffles. Got stuff for the house. Finally got a light bulb for my bedroom. Because very early this year, the light in my room just went out. I've been, like, gaming in total darkness for, like, 4 weeks. Because I can't find the time or the good weather conditions to go out and leave the house. So even though I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on with family and whatever, I'm like, gotta get the hell out of the house so I can get back in the house. And, actually enjoy my leisure time in the room. Which I haven't been streaming at all. This is like the first stream of the year. I've reminded myself midway through talking, like, happy first stream of the new year. It's been about 4 weeks since my last streaming confession. Everything's off runner too. Cool. You know, usually it's the A runner that has all the parts that are single use. So it's kind of interesting. B runner. Another fun thing people like to do with the runners is if you can read this, you can be like, oh, this is well, you can Google Translate it actually, just to be like what it says the runner's for, because they have to like file these things away for future use later. Like, you know, when they reprint kits, I've talked about the blue label and stuff. Those are the old molds, so like you'll be like, oh, da 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 da, file it away, calling it this. But a lot of times people will read these things and be like, oh, this is a prototype for a brand new kit. Like, what was the Chimera? Is it the Chimeras? That huge, like, new kit from Build Metaverse that came out? Apparently, the runner on that for the hands is labeled Psycho Gundam Mark II, which doesn't exist currently in high grade form. So that's, you know, news for the future. Like, oh, it'll come out probably within the next couple years. Maybe not immediately, but, you know, it exists. At least this part of the kit exists. And, you know, like, the prime example would be, like, the Gundam 00 kits. Like, the, I think the inner frame and the runner that's for the GN drive is, like, just labeled Universal GN drive, kind of. Not, like, the exact name, but that's basically what it says. And that's how people knew, oh, they're redoing the Gundam 00 line. And, like, if they do make more Gundam 00 Master Grade kits, it's going to continue to use, you know, the appropriate GN drive runner, unless they make a GN drive runner 2.0 or something. Which could happen. And, like, the same thing with all the reprints of the Granddaddy Gundam, the RX-78. Like, they all use the same couple runners. And then some of them will be like, you know, you end up with leftover parts because there's like one additional runner, like build this version of the hand instead of the one that came with the other one. And they're not very keen on cutting parts out usually, which is how we end up with so many like spare pieces, because it's like, you know, it would cost more to send people in to like make them take out these things or make a new mold or, you know, change the molding process at all. The way I actually don't know how Gundam kits are made. I should look into that, like see how it's made. But I imagine it's like you have like you know how like swords are made, like steel forging. It's kind of like that. So like, you know, you have like the cutouts for this, and it just gets filled in with like plastic or mold based on the depth of the cutouts and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. I don't know why I think there's a chance that's not how it's done. It's most likely how it's actually done. But I've never seen how it's made for Gundam kits, so, you know. I could be wrong. I don't assume I'm right. All the time. Oh, and beam sabers. This guy got 2 beam sabers. He's probably gonna die from main character to getting shot by a main character before that ever happens. This poor guy. I don't see the second beam saber. Did that slip at 16? I don't think. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Oh, I wish this had one of those the real grade locking in tabs where like you put it in and then you twist it, so it actually locks the beam saber in place. Because this is just gonna tab on, and like that's probably a weak connection. Could be strong, depending on how deep it goes in. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Stronger than you would expect. I should mention before, but I didn't, that, you know, I've heard a lot of good things about this kit. This is one of them super high tier kits. I watch a lot of Mecha Gaikotsu and Zaku Aurelius, so, you know, it's like a platinum tier kit, man. Don't even... You know, he took that break to like redo the rating system, and I don't know what the new rating system is for his channel stuff. I don't know, but this is definitely a really good kit for a grunt. Every now and then you get like, I mean, it's more like a technology thing than like a, oh, this one just is good thing. Like this kit super recently, like probably within like the last 2 years, I think this kit came out. So it's obviously going to be better than like something that's older. I mean, depending on the kit, because some older kits, put that TLC in there. A lot of kits are made to look like their on-screen counterparts, and that often affects things like, the build or its articulation, whether or not it can do certain poses based on they're going for screen accuracy, or it's just a bulky guy that can't do that stuff, despite the fact that he could do it in the show. And, that's where stuff like kit modding and whatnot comes in, where, if his shoulder blade's not able to make that pose and all you want is for him to do that pose, then, cut off a bunch of the excess plastic. Just don't look underneath and find out that there's nothing in there. Do all kinds of crazy stuff with your customs. Because once you buy it, it's yours. This guy could probably do with a cool custom paint job. This beam saber is technically facing the wrong direction. There is supposed to be this little spike coming out of the beam saber. That's kind of cool. I always like melee weapons that have a solid piece as sort of a backup weapon. Like I forget who it belongs to, but there's a lightsaber. I think it's Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Has like what looks like a mace at the end of it. Not sure who it belongs to, but it's probably Obi-Wan's mace. I think it's Obi-Wan's. It's like, hey, I got like this little mace at the back of my lightsaber, so he could probably knock you in the face with it on the upswing. Like, I don't know. That's just fun to think about. Because you look at it and you're like, what the heck is this? If anybody can find that lightsaber, or remind me, it's probably Anakin Obi-Wan. Probably Obi-Wan. It's a really interesting, like, just random piece of design, too. Huh. All I can think about is painting this thing for some reason. It's a pretty cool looking dude. I think I missed a step, because how are these legs supposed to go in? Probably something with the Sea Runner. Oh. Don't know why I'm hand shoveling these things in. Silly of me. Alright, back to the other pages. What step did I potentially miss? I did that. Oh, yeah. I glanced that. So we want PC6. That'll be this. 47. Man, if I had not prepped this, would we be done already? I'm sorry, if I had prepped this, would we be done already? This is crazy. Sometimes I come here and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing so good. It's almost like I'm a professional or something. And then I think about all the mistakes I made before and I'm like, but I am a professional. Something. I don't know. I still think of myself as an amateur builder. I don't know about y'all, but I think I got way more to learn and so much more to build. But, you know, I at least think I'm an amateur. I don't think I'm, like, a complete noob. Like, I don't know nothing. None of my kits are good. I got, like, no stuff. $24? 24. 24. Favorite TV show. Favorite action drama. 24. Can I remove that? I don't know why they put a connector between these two. It's just a bunch of extra crap. I've never seen that before. Don't know why they would put a connector between them. And we are done with the Lego Mago. Almost. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm like, I didn't even see it in the manual. I'm just like, what if I do this? What am I doing here? Oh, I didn't put it in fully. Probably. Yeah. Should be facing out. Oh, it's really tight. It's not all the way in either. Let's see here. Do we have nub? Some nub. I got no paper towel to blow my nose. I gotta blow my nose. It's just the reality of the season we're in. Notice that I'm all over here. I'm blowing my nose. Well, let's do 2. Oh man, should tell the story to kill time. The weather was fine. The conditions outside today were so bad. On my way to like the store to get stuff, I walked across the sky. He's like, "Hey man, are those running shoes?" Because I have these like really nice boots that double as running shoes and hiking boots and all that jazz. He's like, "Yeah man, those running shoes." I'm like, "Nah man, these are just cool boots." He's like, "Oh cool," because I walked into this puddle all the way over there and my socks are soaked. And I'm just like, "Oh, that sucks. Thanks man. Have a good day. I appreciate the heads up." And then I walked over there and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's like a pond over here. What the hell?" And and then on my way back home, the thing was like half frozen over. Like, oh man, that shit's wild. Just like my whole way out, I'm just like, oh cool, good thing I wear these boots, because like there is so much like, what do you call it? Like frosted up ice on the freaking sidewalk, man. It is bad. Like it looks like they didn't even salt it. Like on the way, like out of the building, I live in the building, it's fine, but like once you get to like, it's kind of like, I guess, the suburbs. I can't think of any other word. Like once you get like down the street a couple blocks, it's like, yo dude, it's like I glided here on the freaking ice, man. What the hell? Roads are fine though. You know, that's what matters. Pedestrians? You mean targets? What? For my car? Now, let's see here. Is this supposed to be in back? I can't quite tell via the manual. I think it wants to be in front. Stuff like this kind of doesn't matter. But it does affect the kit, you know? It's weird to say. Doesn't matter, but it does have an effect. It's like a zero sum, but not really. Huh. That's super weird. There's almost enough space for it to go in all the way down, but it doesn't. It's not supposed to, based on the design. It sticks up that's so weird. Doesn't go all the way in, just hovers at the top. Huh, makes me feel like I did something wrong. Don't like that. But then it's gonna be all nice and tucked away here. So, yeah. Whatever. Gives it a little extra height. Yeah, that's annoying. I would change that. It's really annoying. I don't know if I could show it to you. That is super annoying. This thing doesn't want to go all the way in. Okay. Did I pull out the wrong piece or something? It's PC6, yeah. Yeah. When did I do 5? I remember doing 5. I don't know, it's a little inappropriate, little unprofessional. But it gets the job done. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, not the best. I think I'm supposed to do this. It just doesn't quite look right. You know, yeah, the connection feels a lot better now that I pushed it down. Am I supposed to push it down? Please press here to... Oh! Okay. So it's like an interlocking. That's cool. Never seen that before. So you push the part in to interlock it to the leg. Because normally that would kind of just be built into it. That is cool. Oh, you know, that feels... Now I got a weird... Oh, no, that's just the waist thing. Cool. Properly balanced as all things should be at some point. All right. Y'all ready to start from part 1? Like you're kind of supposed to, but not really if you're me. Because that's lame. I forgot to check. Is this SB13? SB13, the standard. Which is great. I'm going to start like... Well, I'm not actually going to start. I've been doing it. Just like, you know. It's SB13, but it's also in color pink. So, like, anything else that's SB13 would be compatible. And that's why that kind of matters to me. Because I'm like, you know, I got other colors. It's, you know. I was watching that video the other day. It came out days before. From Kakarot1987. Who posts a lot of, like, Gundam news and lore videos. About, like, the history of beam saber colors and how it doesn't matter, but it might, but it doesn't. Based on everything we can confirm. And it's just like, aw, man, that sucks. Because there's so many, like, beam colors that have been used, but it's kind of just like, it's literally just like Star Wars, I guess, where the color is just like the color they pick. It doesn't have to do anything with, apparently has nothing to do with light intensity or nothing. Although I think, like, you know, beam thickness or color thickness, that's a thing, but like, so here's a good example. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13. So like you gotta go around to like find freaking. There's 9. There's 10. So 7. Where's 8? I'd love to know where 8 is, because if shield is 8, okay, but like you would think to go across. Don't know why is it like this? Why are you like this? Who hurt you? I'm just gonna prep that for later. This should twist out pretty neatly. Let me just get this out of the way. Oh, cool. Thought that fell away somewhere. Do. That's cool. I should do that more often. I don't know what that could have possibly been. Should I check? Maybe. I'm not going to. Ooh. Just trying to tuck this underneath here. Like no room. Very little of the room. You know what? I don't like long sleeves. Like, if you guys want to see me wear long sleeves as we continue our journey, you know, let me know. But like these are like partial long sleeves, and you know, I'm already uncomfortable with a lot of everything else we're doing right now. Although I am having a lot of fun. Sometimes these what do you call it? Breaking the mold is fun sometimes, but I do like the structure we've been going with so far. Could just say I'm having fun because I'm doing something I enjoy, or because we're doing it in a sporadic style. I don't know how this is supposed to go, and maybe it is supposed to teeter to have that kind of movement. So let's see. I got a nub mark, so that's how I'm gonna be able to tell if it's going in the same way or not. I think that's a nicer connection than the first time. The question is if it's supposed to sandwich or if it's supposed to have wiggle room. There's no way to... Oh. Most of this is in English. That's good. PC2. And then this will probably be used relatively soon. And we'll put that over there for keeping safe. Oh, this one? Yeah, used to doing it the other way. It's kind of like a backwards chest. Or is it the back? No, it's like a backwards chest. Look at that. 180-degree movement. It's actually 90 degrees, but you know. Got me caught up in the moment, like. Oh. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I was looking at this thinking it was the top of the manual, so I actually skipped a few steps. So, 16. I find it so funny when the first step is get part 16 instead of the first step being get part 1. I don't know if there's ever been a manual thing where it's like at least get part 1 from the runner you're using, but no. It seems to always be something like that. 16. So it's going to be in the middle for some reason. 16, 24, 17. Here's 16, here's 17. That's going to be where the head goes, I would think. Or is no, it's the striker pack. It's the backpack. Okay, 16, 17. I should do this way. And then have what I'm working on here. Well, here, because I need to read what's here. 3 sections of the manual, divided equally, as all things should be. I got 17. I need 24. Okay. Funny enough, I was just staring right at it. Going, why am I staring at this? Because I subconsciously remembered or something. And then, the front is 10 and the back is 20. Where is 20? There it is. That wasn't even close to falling, but I still caught it. Okay. PC4 for the waist, usually. Oh my god, are we going to use the whole polycap today? Again? 2 times in a row? The fuck? Oh. Oh, that's weird. That just slides into this. Okay. And it fits. I gotta get something in here to sandwich this, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, something's gonna... That's so weird. I'm not used to it just sliding in like that and being held. A lot of cool new stuff in here I'm seeing. 24. That's not it. That would be this. Twist that off. 24 wants to have, so line you up like that. This goes in. Does this go onto it? Do not cut. Tightly fit parts as far as they will go. Okay. There's no upside down thing. Nah. Gotta be careful. Oh, this is a really weird attachment. It's super tight and uncomfortable. So I feel like I'm gonna break it. I squished down too hard. And like right now, it's like not even flat. Anytime. Pop it off. Push it down. Does this rotate? Okay, because that would make it easier to do. Yep. No, there is a... It doesn't say it, but like, this is hollow. This is not hollow, so it should probably go this way. With the hollow side facing down. Weird that it says it doesn't seem to matter. It feels like it should. Tightly fitted as far as it will go. As far as they will go. Should it be flat? Yeah, this is one of those connections I'm not happy with. Because it's really... It feels like one of those things where like they put it in there so that you'll break it and have to buy another one. Like, you know, it's a bad feeling to have about a product. Yeah. I don't know. Do not like that. I never want to see that again. And that's step one. Jesus. Okay, so... What? No. Like this, with a huge gap in the middle. Okay. That looks like it's made to break. I can't see like how bad this looks. It just is. Do not like it. Although the whole chest coming together like this is very cool. I like the way it's designed aside from that bottom piece. Or that waist piece, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. Do not like the way it is built. Oh no, I'm getting meticulous. Stop me from myself. Alright, continue the build. Actually, yeah. Does that come? Yeah, it comes in later. Right now, in fact. Did I forget? Did not forget. It just happens to be now. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. That's a nice chest design. Yeah, I got a bunch of double marks here. Good to go. Yep. Striker pack adapter. We got 3 and 19. Yeah, so if I'd cut that last, this part would have went flying out when I finished cutting it. So you gotta remember to hold them or cut them a certain way. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. B2, or runner 2, 1 and 2 are gonna connect to that little waist thing. Super interesting. Oh, got them mixed up. You know, I should mention from the lore side that when these daggers came out, man, they were a menace because they were using the they're a lot like the gyms from the original Gundam, which kind of makes sense. But like they're using like the advanced technology of the strike, which was the face shifting armor, which was like completely bulletproof and whatnot. So when these things came off the assembly line, I think during the Second War, probably towards the tail end of the First War, like these guys were menaces on the battlefield because you know they couldn't be destroyed by conventional weapons. A lot of mobile suits in that era, mostly from the Zap side, were still using like swords and not beam sabers or beam rifles. So like having the I said the name too. Active? Whatever, the color armor system thing. You know, just like these things were like unstoppable juggernauts against most conventional weapons that they were using at the time. So when these guys came out, they took out everybody. This feels like something you should have done before you sealed it in, and like now there's like no wiggle room. And now you're telling me to rotate it in order to be able to put these pieces on. I can barely even nudge the damn thing. That feeling. Oh, okay. Seems like it's one of those things that's going to get looser over time. And it's telling me I have to pull it in order to fit these things on one by one. That just seems like bad design. If you have to put the part in, okay, now move it in order to fit things onto it. That just sounds bad. But I don't know. Being a grumpy Gus. How is this supposed to fit in? This feels like I should have done this attachment stuff and then put it on instead of the other way around we're doing now. But it does. But it is a really nice connection. I can't lie about that. I understand. I just don't like. Oh, there was more room. Just do that sometimes for fun. Yeah, that's a weird one. And now I'm thinking because it's not on the peg correctly, it doesn't really fit correctly. Oh, wow. That is super weird. But we do get a nice bend in the chest. And a really good side to side. So, you know, we did it for reasons. Or they did it for reasons. That one's really thick. So here's something I don't often get to do, which is to use the knife, but not fully go through. So you want to cut about halfway to one side and then halfway to the other. Sometimes you end up cutting all the way through. By accident, but you know. It's pretty clean. What are we doing now? Still under an hour. I'm really surprised with myself. Or the kit, because it's just really simple. I guess, is this the first grunt? I don't think this is the first grunt kit we've built, is it? Not that I've built. I mean, I don't know. Because, you know, for kits that I built before we ever started streaming, like the Gear Doga, I put in the, I'm looking at it right now. I put it in the, tray over there. And like Gyaradoga is a grunt via the times that it's from, but like in terms of like mass and like stuff, it's a late UC kit, so it's a late UC mobile suit, so he's a big boy. Just technically, he wouldn't be a grunt in like any other time period. So big boy. A lot of complexities there. Fortunately, one of my very early builds, so still has a ton of nub marks, and I don't think it's being kept in the best condition because I can't find the other arm. Or didn't bother to reattach it, and I forget what I did. Okay. Just gonna skip ahead here. My eyes. Interesting. So it's a very simple block with no polycap because of the parts that are used on the inside. I wonder if I'll be seeing this technology in the future when I finally get to those Witch from Mercury kits that I have and have had for a long time, but haven't had time to get to. Well, also because they're going to be in the end of the queue. Like, that's going to be like the finale is like, here's what the future of Gunpla holds. As well as the Master Grade kit I plan on building. I don't think I ever talked about what it is. If I did, I shouldn't have. Because that's supposed to be a surprise. B. Here's how I usually get things done as I go. Here's B. B1. Okay. B26. Like, I'll just pick on the letter. I'll have whatever's in my hand, and I'll just be like, do all this runner in one go. Or, you know, from this line. And then do a different letter. It's kind of like the Zacharelius method. But, you know, not to completion of the runner, of course. So that was 26, 25. And then, yeah, the arms are there. So we're not going to jump around that much. 25. And then it wants... Oh, D. That's the one clear piece we have. Huh. I just realized there's no stickers. That's super cool. Although, you know, just because there's no stickers, or because there are stickers, doesn't mean it gets full color accuracy, which is really annoying to have to deal with that. I mean, I don't really notice it. It doesn't really affect me. But it's kind of like, that's weird that they didn't even include stickers for that piece of color detail. You run into the issue, or not the issue, but the solution now where a lot of kits, like Witch for Mercury and stuff, are actually being built, like model kit first. So like they're being built and then kind of like put into anime and stuff, as opposed to, oh yeah, that thing, but now it's in model kit form. It's like, no, it was a model kit technically before it was ever on the show, because they can do it in real life instead of like making something cool and then being like, we don't have the technology, damn. It's like, no, we did it in the shows because we can do it in real life. In terms of like color accuracy and like, you know, proportions and whatnot, which is another issue in the modeling community that doesn't come up very often, but it exists where like a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, the master grade has better proportions than the high grade, or vice versa, or the real grade, like, you know, like arm length versus chest and stuff. That's what they mean by proportions. Or, you know, sometimes even in the grades they kind of lie, or like they fudge the numbers a little bit, or like I think it's the only example I can think of is the High New Gundam, where like it's technically not 1/44th scale. It's a little bit bigger than it would be if, you know, did the math. Just because, like, you know, you can only make these things so small and so accurate. That's why we have master grade and high grade, because it's easier to get a lot of detail in a bigger kit than, you know, a lot of detail in a small kit. But then, you know, you have RG, which is the best they can do at the time with, like, you know, newer technologies and stuff. And, you know, you pay extra for that extra detail because you want it. So it's nice to have these options. Because again, most of the time it's not like, it's like they've built it and then they try again and they do a better job. Because technology or because of, you know, different designers and stuff. Because a lot of these kits, from what I know, are designed by like people. Like you have the mecha designers for the animes. And then you have the model kit designers, which I assume is separate. Or, you know, some of them at least get consulted. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of processes and stuff that I know of, but don't know about. This might have been a mistake. I think I put this down before. I had it all set up to go. Silly me. Am I going to have to tear apart the whole chest just because of that? I kind of hope not. There's the seam. Push forward. There you go. I'm going to have to remove this too. Always nice to have the manual handy just so I can remember how these things get put together before I try and disassemble them. So at what point was I supposed to put this in? After. So does it just slide in? It says to face this direction. Okay, I can see the grooves. Alright. So I didn't even need to replace the backpack. This is a very loose connection without going in so far. Let me take this off. I'm gonna need to push down on this. There you go. Well, that's pretty nice now that it's all set up. Cool. Cool, yeah. It's funny to see like the space go through like all these different iterations of messy. This is over here. This is over there. Just like in real construction work. You gotta organize your mess, man. I like to save these just to, you know, have the cool color references, and you know, I could probably turn this into like a beam effect with a few cuts. Something I started doing, which I think is, you know, it's a nice idea. So I'm just thinking ahead for no reason. Just look at the manual. So this is the back. No, this is the back. PC4, huh? Okay, that would be this. PC4 wants to go in the chin groove. Chin groove via the bottom. I don't know, via the top. Doing this? What am I doing? Chin should stick out. Let's see from the side. Is that a nub? Oh, at the bottom of the chin. Okay. So, like, this groove here. Doesn't seem right. If it's gonna go right into where the ball joint would be, this does not seem right to me. Oh, right above. Oh, it just hovers right on it. Interesting. Okay. Usually it's like right on top. And then A20. Did we not get A25? Huh. A25. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's a little side-mounted gun pod. Cool. Oh. It's got these side parts sticking out too. I would have thought to cut that off. Good thing I didn't. So, got like a little chin vents. I'm assuming they're going outward, not inward. Yeah. So I know it's the right one because there's supposed to be a dot at the top like a camera sensor. That could use this. That could use some coloring, which would be easy for me to do. Shame it doesn't come with a sticker or something. I could go with a nice green or blue to match. Hey, cool. So one is like a full half and the other one is just like a quarter. I like that. Instead of like being forced to meet at the middle, you can sort of overlap. Okay, and then that's D1, which is just a colored piece. Look at that. That looks pretty cool just as it is. And put the face over it. And then this. Oh, it's supposed to hang off. Okay. And then there's this little antenna. Nice. Sad I didn't have to use this, because that means it stays on the polycap runner. And I imagine this one also. Alright, B. Alright, let's go finish. We're almost done with the A runner. That's cool. 31, 28, and might as well do both at the same time, like we always do. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Sometimes you cut things off the runner and like it's so tight it gets knocked off the other the gate, which is what you call the thing that connects the thing to the runner. What's that smell? Is that you? It smells like a chai tea. $21, $22. That's all I can see for the time being. So we want B24, 23. How was your day?
Mine was good.
Oh yeah?
Are you on camera right now? I didn't realize you were going to do it over here.
Well, where else would I do it?
Where you usually on the other side.
No, that's where I build. I don't have enough room to assemble.
Okay.
And everything over there. Swear I did it last time too in the thing I sent you. Yeah. Alright, still need to get off the seat runner, but can wait for that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You seem like a crazy person opening the window. What's up with that? Left the window open last night too. I'm like, what?
Oh, sorry.
Hmm. Doo-doo-doo. Ah, dang it.
Did you buy food?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me guess.
Delicious sanguage.
What you would call that? Popeyes.
No. I don't do Popeyes at the mall anymore.
It's gross.
Nah. I have the French West location. It's more convenient. You know, I like to get all the exclusives from the places where, oh, I can only get it here conveniently. Okay. Might as well. No. Were you saving the pineapple?
No, you want some?
No, just curious. Huh. I didn't even notice this on the other one. It's funny. Alright. That's 2 shoulders. You gotta build, you call it wrists? No, not wrists. Cleaning off some nubs. Not the best way to do that, but you know, going for speed. Do. 31 and 10. Nice. Just gonna twist that off. Should be everything to finish these arms. This goes at the bottom, this goes at the top. And
I would have cleaned off the table for you. You know, crap there.
what are you talking about? I would have cleaned off your crap and put my crap on the table. It wouldn't have been fair.
My laptop's under there.
Yeah. Did you need it? Because you're not getting it. That's for sure. Okay, had those 2 mixed up. That's fine. And then this at the top. Very nice. This at the top. This goes again. I swear I had it just a second ago, and then I moved it again. Why does this one piece blend in so well? Like face blind. Is the one I put in? Oh shit. Super weird. Oh, it's still on the runner. That's the one. This is really hard to tell. See. So when I'll went in this way, should be the back of the wrist. Okay.
Do you need me to turn this off or you want it
No, just leave everything the way it is.
on? I actually turned that on just now.
Yeah. Cool. This comes together really nicely. Rather simplistic. And we'll do the same thing with this. Just gotta make sure. Yep. The first one wasn't wrong, which is good. Interesting how it's like open right now. Because normally you put it all together with the stuff. I imagine it's going to be one of those gray pieces from the B runner. I thought I could tell or even notice. Find out when we find out. Oh, when did this guy fall over? Ooh, chicken. More chicken. All right, B1. Well, not specifically B1, just, you know, these arm parts that we have left over. So 13, let's see, 15. What about 14? Yep, 13, 14, 15. 13, 15, 14. That's kind of funny. B2 for the hand. Huh. I might as well just pre-cut all of this, because it's all going to be used relatively soon. This is immediate. And this is coming up, if I haven't missed it already. And just like that. I missed. Can you say energy vampire? Let's cut this wide so it stands out more. Might as well cut it from here because it's just going to be like, it's barely connected by anything. Yep. But I did this one already. Cut that out like a frame. Yeah. Okay, part 3. So we got what do we have here? We've got clamps. You're supposed to. So let's see. Oh. Oh, I missed a step. Great. B13. Damn you. It's all going so well. So it's a weird design actually. That's really in there too. Yeah. There we go. There we go. I can't tell what it's trying to say. The more open half should be at the top or the bottom. Yeah. Lower, I don't know. I visually cannot tell the difference. Y'all look the same to me. Well, it gives me full articulation, so it's probably the right part, or the right direction facing. Yeah, can't say. I see you. Yeah, I can't tell the difference. They're the same picture. Maybe it's like the alignment or something. I guess it's probably the alignment because I can kind of tell the difference when I look for that. Who said that? There was no one else in here but you and me. Am I supposed to not cut that? Let me just double check here. Yeah, it's fine to cut. There's a little slit in here that connects it. Okay, here. There's kind of a little pocket in there. So this presses in. I don't think that's on right. Or just is without making any sounds. Where's the other one? Here it is. So there's a slit there in the corner or something. Oh, and there's a nub mark here too. Or no, it's not a nub. That's fine. Well, there was a nub, but didn't seem to get in the way of anything. Cool. So it's 15. I think. Facing whatever direction. facing forward. Should this be here? There's a nub there. Yeah, right down to the ball joint, and then like this. So if I can grab these, and then get that in there standard like. Facing forward. Here. Oh, it does go in a little bit deeper. Get that. Should it go down that far? Oh yeah, it is. It's supposed to at least overlap. Whereas this one I have pressing against. Yeah. It's at least overlapping a little bit. Yeah, and then you have more room for this thing to go on. There you go. That's all. It looks like one solid piece. Can never remember what direction these cuffs are like supposed to face. Kind of just do whatever I want with it whenever I have to like reattach them. Just I don't know. They just don't really do so much that it super matters. Oh yeah, nice 90-degree bend. Just some good forearms. Or arms. I don't know. Can never remember the forearm shit. Alright. Pick your hands. 26, 20, 29, that's a standard holding hand. I only have 2 hand covers, so I'm gonna have to pick which hands to not use. Because I'm sure there's like, unless it's this one hand only. Oh, that's cool. I prefer to have the one hand does all than like these super like detailed single fixed hands. Like the shooting hand versus the beam saber holding hand. Just the square hand that can hold both is fine with me. So these are leftovers from the strike, I think. Yeah. Because I've definitely recognized them from building the Blue Duel specifically. I never built the HG strike. And then, yeah. I guess all of these are leftovers. That would make sense because there's not much left to build. Yep, so there's like Ale Striker parts maybe. Because I recognize these thruster vents. That's cool. And then these here, I don't know where these would go. In the chest of something. Anyways, it's cool to have a little bit of leftovers. Those are pretty neat looking. I can kind of tell what they are, so it's always a bonus. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's okay, we're used to seeing random grunts fall in combat. Huh. What is that? How to get over there? Is it just a nub? Yep, that's all that is. Alright, so we have built the kit. Now we just need to build its armaments, and then we can move on to the next piece, which would be building its armaments. Again, the extra arms. I should keep this, because usually you put like a polycap in the shield or something. No. Beam saber, beam rifle. Beam rifle. Hello. Oh. I don't remember prepping that, so it kind of fell out. Yeah. Oh, that's not proper. Can't twist that one out because the connections are flat instead of rounded. Yeah. See, I should have just done this and then twist it out. Or we got the tip. I'm gonna save that because you don't want to lose the tip of the beam rifle. It's easier to just assemble it and then plug it in. The shoestring. This is relatively clean, so I don't mind sandwiching them together. And then the tip of the beam rifle, which sometimes needs to go in like upside down or whatever. This is gonna go this way. Yep. Hold on to that. Probably have twisted it out to begin with. Yeah. It usually comes out, for me, it usually comes out like this anyways, with a bunch of white marks on both sides. I think this is a really cool beam pistol design, sort of. Which is why I have a second one somewhere else around here, but without the tip, because I think this by itself just looks really cool. Without the scope, which I did not forget to put on, but have not put on. So let's put that on. I pre-planned that. This is why it's like this. It's actually kind of funny if we just leave this here. But no. It's just like a, oh, you know what? Oh, damn. Because that would have been like a nice base for a Gatling gun. Oh, well. It's not what it's intended for, so. Yeah. And let's do another pass here. Making sure we're good. Okay. It went in. Don't bother double checking that. That's fine. Cut through that. Dang it. It's like the second I'm like, okay, and I'm about to stop. No, it just finishes. Yeah. Can't say I exactly noticed the difference between cutting all the way through and then finishing the other side. But, you know, they say it helps. It's probably going to go perfectly flat, so I'm not too worried about the edges. In fact, I probably should be snipping this off, but, you know, I like to use the knife. Be flat, yep. Flat. As if I need the manual to tell me how to assemble a shield. Oh, I apparently do. This goes on first. Alright. That's just cool by itself. Reminds me a lot of the GP03 shield. Now that's a shield, I tell you what. And then you got your classic arm connector. Yep. Goes this way, or it goes this way, depending on how you want it to hold. So let's say like this. Does it slide in at the, oh no, so from the wrist to the top. Ah, okay. And it's got little grooves in here to lock it in. That's super cool. Unless it's only for one of these arms specifically. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Not going to be using the shield for our purposes, because now it's finally time for the part I was most excited for. I wonder where I put that other beam rifle. Or pistol. Oh. I'll have to post a photo of that later, because I want to have him like with 2 beam rifles. Or these 2 beam pistols. Should be ambidextrous, based on its design. But I only have 1 right now. That's a little suck. Okay. Hopefully you all enjoyed that, because there's still more. Oh boy. Although it seems like it's taking about as long as I think. Although that, I feel like that'll just be like half an hour or 45 minutes or something. If I could get this part. It's a little dented in here. That's probably why that was so tough. Everything up. Whoop. Awesome. Now you can go here. Ta-da! The instructions. Alright, how to build nuclear weapon. So I guess because this is premium Bandai, we got the water slide decals. Y'all want to be fancy? I don't really... Still haven't used water slide decals. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah. I mean, I'll use dry transfers, I'll use regular stickers, but you know, water slides, it just feels like too many steps. I think I tried it at least once, but I can't recall. It was not a memorable experience if I even had one. You know, I was just about to say this one's going to be a lot easier, but then I realized that it's like, is it half and half? Or is it just a lot of similar looking parts? So again, just like last time, I would recommend looking at the runner guide first. So the runner guide is, oh cool, it's X as in, oh XA and XB. Nice. Extra arsenal A, arsenal B. So these are water slide, right? Water decals, yep. So we're not gonna be able to do that right now, so I don't have any water. XB2, XB A1. So just looking at these visually, I can tell these are the majority of the nuclear striker, which we're gonna be building last. Although the parts are all split up. No, I'm just misreading. So this is nuclear striker, like only. These are normal stickers if you don't have time for water slides. I'm glad they thought of that. 2 backpack adapters. So we're gonna still need this one, but it's mostly gonna be these 2, and I should be able to just completely ignore that until the end. I forget what it's called. It's not written there, is it? I don't remember what these striker packs are called, except for, of course, the nuclear one. Is it the long? It's not like the long barrel striker. Long barrel striker? This is 2. This is 1. Okay. Well, they're both the same. They're gonna overlap. So, step 1, get piece number 9 and 10. I twist that out. Yep. Nine and 10 should just go together. And then 2. Seven, 8. Huh. Harpoons. Must have forgotten about those. 1 up here, 1 over there. Here, 1 over there. Because it's at the end, it's got another piece here. It's kind of weird. I guess they're not the same overlapping. That doesn't feel very good. Let's see. It came out okay. And then A18 and A1. Where is Mr. number 18? Mr. number 18? That's 12, 16, 14, 15. Here's 18. At least I saw where it went. That would have been a sad loss. How am I going to get over here? Hello. You can see me, you can see me. I go. Okay. Well, let's just assemble all this now. And then we'll do the second one. Oh, my favorite. Actually having the long barrel detail. Or am I just wrong? Nope, you're too far in. But further in than just a few centimeters. That's cool. So that twists off easily. This I should cut. And it's really not that noticeable. So we'll clean it up later. Easy, easy. That one's actually easy. And oh, here we go. These are quite the long barrels. This is actually 2 nubs put together. That's a tough one. Gonna have to separate them to clean that up. Should probably put a sticker on this. It's pretty dull. And how does it want that to go? So this wants to be facing upside down, okay. Or this way. Feels like upside down to me. Do we get a 18? We got 18 out, so Well, this is probably the other side. Well, they look like they can be ambi, so it shouldn't matter. But there's like a targeting reticle kind of thing. So it should be this. Okay, with the height. Okay. So this one's like a ceiling. And then the other one's going to connect into it, I guess. Oh, it slides on. That's weird. So why does it need the hole in if it's just going to slide through here? So, confusing me. Oh, A6 wants a sticker. That's number 1. This is the blue, I guess. Get over here, you. I could bring out the toothpick, but I'm just going to not do that. Cool. It might mess up the sticker, but we could use the nippers, or we can use the knife. I wouldn't really recommend using the knife because you could cut the sticker, but we're in a bit of a hurry, and you know, I obviously pretend to know what I'm doing, so it shouldn't be a problem for me. Pretty good. Not entirely perfect, actually. There's a little bit creasing off here. I think that'd hardly be noticeable. Cool. And then, where's the other? Here we go. These are good contrasting colors. The blue and the red. Or like a saffron or something. Yeah, it's good enough. And then, what's that other piece? Probably another red? 5. I don't see a 5. Am I the blind? Oh, okay. I thought it would just be red also. You know, I think it should be red. See if I can't paint that red. In my own spare time. Or actually, I don't really care much for the long barrel striker. You know, I got it because it came with the nuclear pack. Well, there's a lot of good parts in here. Like, I would rather use this as a gun than a backpack piece, because these are freaking long. Maybe, like, cut it down. Pretend they're, like, I don't know, like mini beam Gatlings or something. Like the Gatling gun from Fallout. Alright, so the rest of this is nuclear. Nuclear. The S is silent. Nuclear. So, we can just do this, which is always fun. So we're going to be using the same 17 from this runner. Oh, which reminds me. There you go. That definitely would have gone flying if I wasn't holding on to it. And what is this? It's nothing. Okay. So yeah, you just do this. So yeah, cut out everything except for the spear. Might as well. Oh, that's cool. All three of these are just going to be twist at. And then this one too. Doing that James Bond gun shooting pose. Without really looking or caring too much. That's what I said, but I don't think that's what it looks like. Oh, it's not perfectly sealed. Good. Now it is. I wonder if... Oh, cool. I could probably cut down on the length of this barrel for a custom. I just cut this out in the middle. It might have a sturdy enough connection as it is. Just cool things to think about while you're in the middle of a live build. Did I put these in upside down? Oh, I did. This piece here is supposed to be this way, but I put the other one in upside down. Oh well. I think it makes more sense to be facing downward. If anything, you know, you put heavy things at the bottom of your gun and you can reduce recoil. Makes more sense to me to have them facing down, because you're sure as shit ain't aiming with them, especially in Gundam where like literally everything is like, the reason there's green lights attached to all the guns and stuff is because there's a camera sensor or a sensor. Just a confirmation lock. What the heck is going on here? Still on that Polar Express? Because then it gets copywritten. Okay. And then the video can't air in all the countries. Okay. I did it before in the past, but then it's like, it's encouraging me to be quiet and not talk at all. You know? Or to sing while the music's playing. Oh god.
What if you do a mashup?
Well, that's what the speed builds are for that I sometimes make. Speed up the video, because, you know, some people, you know, can intuit, or they just, like, you know, want to see what's up. And it's an excuse to play music from the franchise or series. But for Gundam Seed, I already did a lot of that. And I already used up all the good songs. I think. I mean, I'm sure there's a few couple in there. But, like, you know, it's a lot of instrumental stuff. It also would encourage people to not watch the video, too. Especially if there's nothing going on in the speed build. Maybe one day I'll do a speed build video and I'll keep the audio in just so y'all could be like, what was he saying? That'd be funny. I wonder if this matters, which way this goes on. Okay. I wonder if Seed Freedom will have any cool new songs, or just be remixes. Not bad. Just a simple. Oof, starting to hurt from sitting down for so long, despite the fact that I got up a couple times. Okay. So it goes like this. What? These really fit into here? Huh. Okay. Thought there was more clearance between the top and the bottom. Okay. We might as well pull these back. So this is the striker pack. Probably not the only one, of course, because they're striker packs. It's supposed to go with this one because it comes or shows this one. So we're just gonna put that on right now for fun. It's cool to have. It's like, oh my god, he's got a gun and 2 cannons and a sword. Ah. All right, time for the nuclear pack. XB, XA, any A? 2 A's here. Oh, we're building the missiles right before you turn the page. That's funny. Walk like Egyptian. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. You know, I just realized, like, Mom didn't say anything about the runners I threw on the floor that are all over the floor. Yeah, it's almost like she was in on the joke. Oh, it's not even... Did that break, or is that not how it came? Huh. Because they're not even connected. That does happen sometimes with shipping. I haven't really noticed it much myself, but I have seen it. That some parts get messed up. Some things even break during shipping, and it's really sad. I have one kit. I was going to build it the one after. Maybe I'll build it next. I don't know. But yeah, it has like a horn thing, and it broke. Not sure when it broke, but it broke. Sad. But again, I think the way it goes in, it'll actually like be fine. And if anything, I can just like glue it or not care and pass it off as combat damage. Yes, it was a creative decision I made. Yes. Okay, so this is the flat. So here's the missile launch port. Cool, that piece just goes right in there. And then this is the back for the recoilless blowback. Oh, it should be in the center. Okay. Do I have it the right way in the center? Because it wants to be this gap facing up. Okay. Can't believe how bad this side came out compared to the other one. Not gonna really show it to you because it's like white on gray. Like trying to find the detail on white and gray is like trying to find black on gray. Careful with those. They're radioactive. They're super active and hyper radio. Oh yeah, for a second I'm like, I have 3? Huh, so this broke. Interesting. Must have been loose from shipping or something. See this one? Yeah, this one's fine, so this definitely suffered some damage during shipping. I wonder if it was on that side of the box that got caved in when I received it. Totally forgot. I forgot that was this box. I thought it was a different one. I might as well cut this stuff out too, because I'm like pretty sure I know that this is just gonna sandwich together. So leave that. Should have just done this. And then the same to you. So we're not going to take it out yet. But it is loose. Loosened. It's easy. This is easy to clean up, but it does not coming out very well. Ooh. That's cool. That's probably where that that effect I saw came from. Anyways. Nope, it's the wrong way. That's fine. I like the idea that these are a little bit battered up, because like on the battlefield you would want to take these things out as quick as you can. Oh, sorry. Are you guys okay? Start cutting out everything without looking. I could do it. Okay. So these daggers are just supposed to be handheld weapons. That's super silly. No wonder I forgot about them. They're really dumb. No. Are these... I wonder if these are even, like, heat... Actually, they look more like kunai. Should put this on, like... Should put this on a ninja kit or something. Should put that on my custom age kit. That would look cool. Like, strapped onto the waist. 13 goes over. Okay. Like a heat venting flap, I suppose. And this goes in the cap. Yes. And then there's nothing else here. For a second I thought I threw up my nippers. That would have been hilarious. Alright. Home stretch. Oh, is that built in? Oh, yeah, it is. You know, it just dawned on me how much space this is taking up. You can probably barely see what I'm doing. Nah, it's too hard to work over there. Instead, I can do this. Back over here. Well, now I feel kind of silly. Oh, well. That's fine, because that's going to be hidden, although you can kind of see the nub mark. So that's cool. A little venting piece. You might want to paint that in or color it. I don't know. No. So put this in here. Doesn't really say. Oh, cool. There's a little hole in here so you can put it on a stand. That's cool. Get that firing effect going. And then, yep, little slide. It's a fun feature. And then there's that little cork. It's not nothing. In fact, you might even be able to cut it and get a little bit more length. Oh, that would probably fuck with how well it fits in general, but that and the pursuit of happiness. I need to twist that or something. So that's them. Let's see how this is supposed to go. Again, really cool doing this without any polycaps. And that's one piece left over. Do you want me to put the stickers on after I build it, or did I completely miss the sticker step? Huh. No. Well, I know where the stickers go. Alright, done actually. Dang it. I thought it went in here. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, where is the sticker supposed to go? That was on me. Might as well finish here. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything about that. Yeah, what the hell? Just gonna apply that very lightly so I could peel it off later. If I change my mind, what did I even draw? Oh, a missile. Just a nuclear missile. It's fine. Awesome. I could just swap these two around and then the nub marks won't be so bad. Yeah, so it's just a cap. So technically it should come off when it's been fired. It's kind of funny how the long barrel striker, they move more independently. But on this, you know, they ain't really playing around. So yeah, if I had the other beam rifle with me right now, pistol, I'd have it out in the other hand. I'll just have to do that later. I'll have to put something in here. It is very heavy. Such is the toll of wielding such weapons of mass destruction. Especially when you're unbalanced as fuck. You only got one gun in one hand. And again, I am balancing it on a frickin' like table carpet. That's good enough for me. We'll get that there. I should put something inside to block it. That'd be a nice little thing to do. Alright, cool. Got the long barrel and the nuclear striker pack done. War crimes and whatnot. Anyways, that was a bit of a slog, so hopefully you enjoyed it. And you enjoy the rest of the awesome content we have here over on the Discord, where you can chat with me whenever you want to about stuff, ask questions about the channel, make some requests or whatever, post your garbage, hit me up live on the Twitch, or you can chat with me while we make these videos and all kinds of other stuff. And if you miss any of that content, want to catch up or just see what's going on, I got some exclusive stuff over there on the YouTube. Just like IRL videos and whatnot. And yeah, without taking up any more of your time, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep on dreaming. Poutine, out! Peace.